baseman number 18, Kane Tofar. Batting third, the shortstop number 22, Rhett Lemelbeck.
Hey, here we are for today's game. Today's game's featuring the Pittsville Panthers as the home team, and they are going to be against the undefeated Loyal Greyhounds. Should be a very good game today. For the Greyhounds, they're being introduced right now, and Adam Kautzer is going to be leading it off at second. Kane Tofar is the third baseman. Rhett Lemelbeck will be playing shortstop, batting third. The cleanup hitter today is Colton Sandelier. He's DHing, by the way, for the pitcher, Andy Pekoshek. Hunter Walter batting fifth, playing first. Trinchale, the all-conference catcher, is going to be batting sixth and playing catcher, of course. Jonah Verks, the right fielder, is batting seventh. Rogan Ashback, the center fielder, will be batting eighth. No, the left fielder, excuse me. And the center fielder, Reed Stiglitz, will be the number 9 hitter in the lineup for the Greyhounds. For the Panthers, heading out for defense today, Logan Zickert's going to be pitching. Logan was hurt most of the year, did a little bit of DHing, but for the most part, he didn't play. So he's pretty new to the pitching mound this year, but a very solid pitcher, probably the number 1 pitcher in the Panther lineup. Dawson Luther's playing center field. Grant Radaman at third. Ben Friday today will be playing shortstop. Darren Luther's first baseman. Brody Withers will be playing left field. Cash Osterman's at second. Jameson Krieger will be catching as always. 4 years as a catcher for him. And Rayson Schooley in right field.
And those who protect our freedom with the playing of our national anthem.
Great day for baseball here today at Mike Jankowski Field. Beautiful setup for the game. The Greyhounds this year are having an outstanding season. As I said, 12-0 overall with a conference record of 9-0. They're coached by Randy Metalvo, who is in his 20th year overall, 4th year with the Greyhounds. He's assisted this year by Roscoe Lemelbeck and Dean Bodanovich. And the Loyal Greyhounds, they are returning all their pitching from last year and all but one of their starters. So they are having just a great year, and they're still a very young team. The Greyhounds only have today in today's starting lineup 2 seniors. So they are going to be very tough for a while to come. Today, as I said, Logan Zickert's going to be pitching for the Panthers. And Logan, while being very experienced on the mound, is pretty new this year with the injuries that he suffered. So he really doesn't have a lot of time this year, a lot of use on that arm. He is pretty fresh and pretty ready to go as postseason will be starting soon. The Panthers on the year are having a pretty good year themselves. They are now 12-6. They're tied for first in their conference with Stevens Point Pacelli. Lost a tough 1-0 game to Pacelli last week, which put them in a tie as the Panthers had beaten Pacelli in extra innings earlier in the season. So leading it off for the Greyhounds today is going to be Adam Kautzer. The second baseman is a sophomore in the Greyhound lineup. Right-handed hitter facing the right-handed pitcher. First pitch is in there, fastball just a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes on the batter. That pitch from Zickert's also a little low. 2 balls and no strikes to Kautzer. Kautzer's a very speedy leadoff hitter. That pitch does catch the outside corner though for a strike. Makes the count 2 balls and a strike to Adam Kautzer. He hits that one. Fly ball to center. Dawson Luther settles under it, and that records the first out. Fly ball to center. 1 out for the Greyhounds as Adam Kautzer is retired on a long fly ball out to medium center to Dawson Luther. Brings up Kane Topher, the junior third baseman for the Greyhounds. Topher's also a right-handed hitter. That first pitch is outside for a ball. Topher was all-conference selection last year for the Greyhounds as well as a sophomore, so pretty impressive for him. That pitch is in there for a strike, levels the count out at 1 ball and 1 strike for the Greyhounds. That one puts them in a hole, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Greyhounds entering this season were predicted to take second in their conference. Last year they had a record of 10-8 overall. Zickert throws that one right past Topher. Strikeout. 2 down now. Brings up the number 3 hitter in the Greyhound lineup, Rhett Lomovic, a sophomore. Lomovic today is playing shortstop for the Greyhounds. That first pitch, he did offer at it, goes down as a strike. No balls and a strike on Lomovic. That one curves in there, nice pitch, puts Lomovic in a big hole, no balls and 2 strikes. 2 down here in the first. And Lomovic just fouls that one back, manages to stay alive, but the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. On deck, waiting to bat, is Colton Sandelaire, the designated hitter. That one's just a bit outside. Lomovic was very tempted to go after it, but he held back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Panther defense in the outfield's at medium depth today, playing straight away. That one's inside. Levels out the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Beautiful day today considering how windy it was all day. That one's inside. It's going to make it a full count. Lomovic's worked him into a full count situation for the number 3 hitter. And Zickert, in comes that pitch. High fly ball to right field. Rayson Schooley coming in, makes the catch, retires the side. Good catch out there by Rayson Schooley. For the Greyhounds, top of the first inning, they failed to score. That's just a reminder that you are watching Pittsville Panther Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Join the Gross family of satisfied customers at Gross Buick in Marshfield. Come see their large selection of cars, trucks and SUVs on the Marshfield lot. Or find it at grossauto.com, and we'll have it delivered to Marshfield for your convenience. You'll love their people and state-of-the-art service department, where service guests get a free courtesy car. Top it all off with the Gross lifetime engine warranty on most vehicles. Gross Buick of Marshfield.
Hey, Chastain Hesley Insurance Agency here in Pittsville is your full-service insurance agency offering auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance from a variety of companies. That includes Progressive. Whenever you need protection, let them provide you with a free quote. Good luck, Panthers, from Chastain Hosley Insurance Agency, serving all of central Wisconsin with offices in Pittsville and in Loyal. Food and fun are features at Horsin' Around in downtown Pittsville. Stop in for the daily food specials like the $3 burgers on Tuesdays and their Friday fish fries. There's great fun and food at Horsin' Around downtown Pittsville. Check them out on Facebook. For the Panthers, bottom of the first inning, the pitcher, Logan Zickert, going to be leading it off. The senior's a left-handed hitter. Many of the Panthers are. Pitcher for the Greyhounds is Andy Pikoshek. Andy is a relatively new to the mound for them, but very solid. And that curveball's a little outside. Levels out the count at a ball and a strike. Waiting on deck for the Panthers is Dawson Luther, another left-handed hitter. And that one's fouled back, makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Andy Pikoshek is a very calm, very relaxed pitcher for as a sophomore for the Greyhounds. And that one is just outside. Levels out the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Greyhound outfield set at medium depth, also playing straight away. And that one is in there for a strike. Strike 3 on Logan Zickert.
Now batting the center field.
1 down for the Panthers. Going to bring up Dawson Luther. Luther last week became the all-time hits leader for Pittsville. In fact, he passed his present coach on that record. And as a junior, he's going to set that record pretty high. Nice hit out there into center field by Dawson Luther. Adds another hit onto his career total. Going to put a runner on first for the Panthers with 1 down. And bring up the sophomore, Grant Radaman, a right-handed hitter in the Panther lineup. Kind of a little rare for the Panthers. Dawson Luther's taking a big lead out there at first. And that one's hit to the shortstop. Quick play, turns it to second for 1. They got a double play. Nice quick turn there by the second baseman, Adam Kautzer. Really a quick relay and a quick retire of the Panthers for Pittsville here in the bottom of the first inning. It is a 1-2-3 inning, and our score after 1 inning of play, Loyal Greyhounds 0, Pittsville Panthers 0. Just a reminder, you are watching Pittsville Panther Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
Have you outgrown your old furniture? Well, I can relate. Then get into Mall Furniture today.
We are never short on inventory, and we are never short on bringing you great deals.
Living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, recliners, lift chairs, and big clearance recliners. Head to Mall, because we got them all.
Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
Hey, Pittsville Farm and Home Center has everything you need from hydraulic hoses to red roses. They make custom hydraulic hoses and have fresh flower and garden shop opening soon. There's a strike out of Zickert, strike one. Pittsville Farm and Home Center, they are your Milwaukee tool dealer. See them today. And that pitch by Zickert's a little bit outside to Colton Sandelier. Sandelier is the designated hitter for the Greyhounds, batting in place of the pitcher, Andy Pekoshek. And that one's down the middle. Fastball by Zickert for a strike. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes on Sandelier. Sandelier's a junior for the Greyhounds. And that one goes past in a hurry. Fastball that he could not catch up to. It's going to be a strikeout. 1 down for the Greyhounds. Now up is number 20, Hunter Walter, the first baseman for Loyal. Walter is a junior for the Greyhounds. Very solid defensive player. That first pitch by Zickert is in there for a strike. He's on a roll currently, throwing a variety of fastballs at him. That pitch had Hunter backing out of there, and it curved across. Very nice breaking pitch by Zickert. No balls and 2 strikes on Walter. That one's a little inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Greyhound batter. One out here in the second for the Greyhounds. Walter hit that one kind of in self-defense. Trickled foul down the first baseline. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. As I said, Zickert has not spent a lot of time on the mound this year. He's got a pretty fresh arm for the Panthers. They're going to be dependent on him in postseason play a lot. And Walter falls that one down the line. Count still remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Greyhounds, as I said, have a very young team this year. And that one is in there. The catcher drops it, though, and Jameson Krieger has to make a throw. Kind of a high throw, but Darren Luther at first comes down with it. Walter strikes out. Nicely recorded by Jameson, and 2 down. Now up is going to be the catcher, Trin Shale. Trin was a first-team all-conference catcher last year and a very big reason for the season Loyal's having this year. That pitch is another fastball. Trin offers at it, misses. No balls and a strike on the Greyhound catcher. 2 down for the Greyhounds. Another fastball on in there. Zickert seems to be in quite a groove right now. His fastball is definitely working, and that breaking pitch is in there quite often. So he's looking just like midseason form. Trin gets just a piece of that, and Shale remains alive. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 down here in the second for the Greyhounds. Panther infield is set, ready to play. But no need to on that one. Zickert throws that one past Trin Shale. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Zickert. A 1-2-3 inning. And score remains after an inning and a half. Loyal Greyhounds 0. Pittsville Panthers coming to bat 0. Just a reminder, you are watching Pittsville Panther Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Hello, it's Mayor Lois T. Strake asking you to join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Dairy, great time. The fun starts with me on Friday, May 30th at the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment and later join free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, May 31st, the parade starts at 11 o'clock and Wenzel Family Plaza will host fun activities. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at the Upham Mansion, and Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting an outdoor beer garden with live music. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Hey, Ben Zwislin at Century 21 Gold Key Realty is your local hometown realtor serving the greater Pittsville area. Contact Ben today for free consultation. Ben Zwislin and Century 21 Gold Key Realty say go Panthers.
The bottom of the second inning for the Panthers, the shortstop, number 13, Ben Friday.
For Pittsville, here in the second inning, the number 4 hitter, lefty Ben Friday's up to bat. The senior playing shortstop today is often used as a pitcher in the Panther lineup, but today he is going to be playing short. That one's a bounce to the shortstop, and the shortstop, Rhett Lamovic, fires a nice bullet over to Hunter Walter. One down for the Greyhounds here in the first. With one out, brings up junior Darren Luther. Luther's playing first base today. Another lefty in the Panther lineup. That pitch by Andy Pekoshek is a little outside. 1 ball and no strikes on Darren. 1 out here in the bottom of the second for Pittsville. That one catches the corner. Luther takes a swing and misses, levels the count at a ball and a strike. Brody Withers, the left fielder, is waiting on deck to bat. And Darren takes a swing at that one, misses. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes on Darren. Darren's a little frustrated that he can't catch up to that. That pitch is a little inside. It catches Darren on the right about on the hip. He's going to be taking first base. Hit by pitch for Darren. He's going to put a Panther runner on first with 1 out. And the junior, Brody Withers, left fielder's up to bat. Withers having a very good season for Pittsville on the defensive side. That pitch is a little low. Home plate umpire today is Derek Freeman. Very experienced, very polished umpire at home. Corey Gersmo's doing the field for the umpiring crew today, and that pitch also is a little low. 2 balls and no strikes. Darren Luther over at first, taking a very short lead there. Not taking a very big chance at all. And Brody fouls that one off. Going to make the count 2 balls and a strike on Brody Withers here in the first. As I said, the Greyhounds, for having a great season that they are a very young team. Not a lot of seniors in that lineup. That pitch a little low. 3 balls and a strike on Brody. Be interesting to see over here if Darren Luther at first takes off on the pitch or not. It's a running count at 3 balls and a strike. That one catches the outside corner. It's going to make it a full count on the batter. Brody Withers settles on in there with a full count. Cash Osterman's waiting on deck to bat. And he fouls that one off down the right field line, out of play, up against the hill. here at Mike Jankowski Field in beautiful, behind the school, Pittsville. It's just a great field. They tiled it years ago, so it dries out quite quickly nowadays from rain, and the infield really is good shape. That pitch is in there. Strikes out Brody Withers. 2 down for the Panthers. And up to bat now is the second baseman, junior Cash Osterman. Cash, right-handed hitter. Jamison Krieger, the catcher, is waiting on deck, still keeping his shin guards on. That first pitch, a nice breaking ball in for a strike. No balls and a strike on Cash. Andy Pekoshek's pitching a very good game for the Greyhounds so far in the second here. He's recorded only 2 strikeouts, but very controlled pitcher. Not a very big lead at first at all. He's not going. That pitch is outside. Catcher does a great job. Trin Shale, super job of keeping that ball in front of him. There's no way that Darren Luther can make it to second on that one. Good block behind the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. There's a fly ball out to left field. It's going to drop. It does. It drops in for a base hit. Base hit for Cash Osterman. Second hit of the game for the Panthers. And it's going to bring Jamison Krieger up to bat. 2 down, runners on first and second. And the senior, Jamison Krieger, up to bat. Jamison is a 4-year starter at catcher for Pittsville. Very accomplished as a catcher. Andy Pekoshek's in a little bit of a hole here. Inside pitch, just misses. Hitting Jamison Krieger, just barely misses. Out at second, Darren Luther's not taking a very big lead. He's staying very close to that bag. And that pitch is in there for a strike. Levels out the count at 1 ball and 1 strike on Krieger. Second baseman for the Greyhounds is keeping Luther very close. A sharp hit to outfield. He might have a hard time scoring. That one's inside, though, and it hits Krieger in the jersey, just skimming him. It did not hit him. It looked more like it just hit his uniform, but it still counts the same. So, 2 runners for the Panthers have been hit by pitch this inning. Going to load the bases for the number 9 hitter. Corbin Lee is the designated hitter for the Panthers. Ooh, and the freshman gets hit. That pitch is going to drive in a run. That is the 3rd Panther batter this inning to be hit by pitch. And it's going to put the Panthers on the board and bring up the number 1 hitter, Logan Zickert. Going to be a little conference on the mound here. Try to settle that pitcher down a little as he's hit 3 batters this inning. Gardner Trucking, Badger State Food Processing, and Gardner Cold Storage is very proud to be a part of the Pittsville community. Their team of employees work hard every day to get the job done, just like the Pittsville Panthers. Good luck, Panthers, from Gardner Trucking, Badger State Food Processing, and Gardner Cold Storage of Pittsville. Now up to bat is Logan Zickert. Logan struck out his last time up as the leadoff hitter, making the first out in the first inning. Left-hander's a very solid hitter. And with bases loaded, there's one to the shortstop. Shortstop comes up with it, makes a nice fielding throw. Rhett Lemovic makes another great throw over to Hunter Walter. And though the Panthers loaded up the bases, they failed to score. After 2 innings of play, the score is Loyal Greyhounds 0, Pittsville Panthers 0. Just a reminder that you are watching Pittsville Panther Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new Express Lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes. No appointment necessary. See you soon.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's fat bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net.
Hey, visit Marshfield for their Dairy Fest. Marshfield Dairy Fest is coming up May 30th and May 31st. Go check out marshfield.com for all the details. And we will see you in Marshfield for a fun-filled weekend at Dairy Fest. Here in the third, coming up to bat, is the right fielder for the Greyhounds, Jonah Verks. The junior is a left-handed hitter. Logan Zickert still on the mound for the Panthers. And that pitch is also in there for a strike. Zickert's having a very good first 2 innings. He's struck out 4 out of the 6 batters he's faced. And that one is hit down the line. Verks is rounding first, but nice play out there by the left fielder. Brody Withers holds Jonah Verks to a single. For the Greyhounds, they have a runner on here in the third. Verks is on first, and now up to bat is the senior, Rogan Ashbeck. The right fielder, the left fielder, right-handed hitter. Verks does have a pretty nice lead out there. And Zickert's paying him a lot of attention. That pitch is inside, fastball inside, ball 1 to Ashbeck. For the Panthers, Justin Rayburn is their coach. This is his 7th year. Curveball by Zickert levels out the count at a ball and a strike. Rayburn's in his 7th year as head coach, 8th year overall at Pittsville. And Zickert throws that one past him. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rogan Ashbeck setting on in there, down in the count. The runner's going. Wow. Jamison Krieger, what a nice throw. Great throw out there to Cash Osterman. And Jonah Verks, despite having a nice jump, was out by quite a bit. So the runner for the Greyhounds is erased. And Rogan Ashbeck has worked a full count here in the third. One down here in the third inning. Rogan stays alive, fouls that one back. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes on the Greyhound hitter. Number 8 hitter in their lineup. Reed Stiglitz, the center fielder, is waiting to bat next. Zickert winds up, and that one is fouled off and back behind us. Missed my car. All's good. Count still remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch is a bit high, and Rogan Ashbeck coaxes a walk. for the Greyhounds. Still puts a runner on first base. 1 out though now. Now batting is the junior center fielder, Reed Stiglitz. And Ashbeck takes a nice lead out there. That pitch is low, ball 1. Quick throw over there by Zickert. The runner is taking a pretty good lead. Ashbeck is looking at how many steps can he get off that bag safely. And Zickert's paying him a lot of attention. In comes the pitch, fastball, swung and missed. Count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Here in the 3rd inning. That one's hit to the 3rd baseman. Makes a nice play. Stiglitz is going to reach on a fielder's choice. But Grant Radaman there at 3rd made a nice play. Good throw over to Cash Osterman. Gets the force out on Ashbeck. So that will go down as a 5-4 out. With Stiglitz reaching on a fielder's choice. And 2 down for the leadoff hitter, Adam Kautzer. First pitch is outside for a ball. Kautzer last time up hit a fly ball to medium center field that Dawson Luther made a nice catch on. And that one is down the middle for a strike. Levels the count out at 1 ball and 1 strike for the Greyhound hitter. Kautzer's only a sophomore here in the lineup as a leadoff hitter. That was a very good attempt to try to pick him off. Darren Luther came up with it and put the tag on just a little late. They are keeping Stiglitz a little closer than they were able to keep Ashbeck, that's for sure. He doesn't want to get off too far. That pitched the ball, 2 balls and a strike on Adam Kautzer. Zickert throws that one in. It's fouled back out of play, just behind the Spencer dugout. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes on Adam Kautzer. Panthers had 2 or 3 defensive players at that fence trying to reach over, but it was probably about 6-8 feet behind it, so nobody was going to reach that one. Kautzer steps in, and Zickert, again, is going to pay a lot of attention over there to Reed Stiglitz at first. That one is a slow roller. Zickert comes up with it. Uh-oh. Lot of aggressive running on the base paths. Stiglitz is going to go on that little grounder to 3rd. He is going to go from 1st to 3rd, and that's going to go down as a base hit for Adam Kautzer. Logan Zickert made a nice play coming off the mound and made a little errant throw, but Darren Luther did a good job coming off to get it. However, Reed Stiglitz never stopped running and went all the way from 1st to 3rd on that infield single. Now up is going to be Kane Tofar, the 3rd baseman. Tofar, last time up, struck out on a fastball. Runners on the corners with 2 down, and that ball is outside, ball 1. Rhett Lamovic is on deck. That one is hit to 3rd. Bobbles comes up with it, and it is too late. That little bit of a bobble by Grant Radaman allows Kane Tofar to reach 1st, and the Greyhounds have tied it up as Reed Stiglitz comes in from 3rd, ties the score at 1-1, and brings up the number 3 hitter in the Greyhound lineup, Rhett Lamovic. Panthers are going to have a little conference at the mound. And just a reminder that C&D Auto Body Repair and Sales is your complete auto body repair shop. They provide free estimates and guarantee complete satisfaction. They'll work with your insurance company to make it easy for you And they do windshield glass installation too. Contact Chad and Dan at C&D Auto today on County Trunk E in Arpin. They have done very good job on my vehicles over the years. Rhett Lamovic is now the batter. Lamovic flied out to right field, his first time up to bat. Greyhounds have runners on first and second. And Adam Kautzer at second has a nice lead out there. First pitch is fouled back behind us. Again, misses my car. Should have parked somewhere different. So, no balls and a strike on Rhett Lamovic. That one is hit to third. Errant throw at first, and Adam Kautzer is going to come all the way around aggressively and score the second run of the inning. The ball was bobbled a little bit, and then an errant throw was going to allow Rhett Lamovic to reach on an error. Kane Tolfer goes from first to third on the throw, and the number 4 hitter, Colton Sandelier, is going to be batting. Designated hitter struck out his first time up. Greyhounds have runners on first and third. That first pitch a little outside, ball 1. 2 runs here in the third for the Greyhounds as they have grabbed a 2-1 lead. Another ground ball to the shortstop. Picks it up, but this time the first baseman, Darren Luther, makes a very nice play. Comes down with it and tags out the runner. Going to retire the side here in the third inning. But the Greyhounds in the third scored 2 runs, and they have grabbed the lead going into the bottom of inning number 3. Just a reminder, you are watching Pittsville Panther Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Hey, Lake Dexter Drive-In is a favorite summertime stop. After the ball game or on your way to your favorite fishing hole, stop in for a bite to eat. Burgers, brats, fish fries, and more, plus all your favorite treats. Lake Dexter Drive-In is opening soon, Memorial Day to Labor Day on Highway 80 and on Facebook. Now up to bat for the Panthers, the number 2 hitter, Dawson Luther. Luther singled past the second baseman his first time up to bat. First pitch on in there. That one's a little outside. Makes the count 2 balls and no strikes on Dawson. As I said, Luther, as a junior, is the all-time hits leader for Pittsville. Very solid player. That one's a little low. It's going to make it 3 balls and no strikes on the Panther center fielder. Oh, Dawson, one of the many left-handers the Panthers have in their lineup. That one's in for a strike, taken all the way, trying to coax a walk there out of Pekoshek, but Andy wouldn't have anything to do with it. That wind is picking up, blowing right straight at us, coming from center field right over home plate. So anything hit out in that outfield is not going to go anywhere today. 3 balls and a strike on Dawson Luther. Pekoshek looks in the sign. He gets a generous call on that one. He's going to make it a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Luther. Full count on the Panther center fielder. Pekoshek looks in for the sign. Full count. Luther fouls that one down the left field line, out of play. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck for the Panthers is going to be Grant Radaman, the sophomore third baseman for the Panthers. Pekoshek stares down the catcher's sign. Full count pitch. Dawson Luther hits another single. The hitting machine pokes one there out to right field between first and second. Puts him at 2 for 2 for the day. And the Panthers have the leadoff hitter on here in the 3rd inning. Up to bat now is Grant Radaman. Radaman hit one last inning over to Rhett Lemovic at short, who turned it into a nice 6-4-3 double play for the Greyhounds. That pitch is a little low to the sophomore third baseman. 1 ball, no strike count. Dawson Luther over at first has very good speed. Be interesting to see what kind of a lead he tries to get, though. That one's hit between short and third, base hit. Luther had thoughts about trying to go to third on that hit, but the left fielder Ashbeck came up with that very nice. Rogan made a very nice play and kept Luther at second. However, the Panthers have something going here in the 3rd inning with 2 consecutive base hits. Going to bring up the number 4 hitter in the Panther lineup, Ben Friday. Runners on first and second. Friday, last time up, grounded out to the shortstop. Close play at first. They got him. Another left-handed hitter in the Panther lineup. Trying to bunt the runners over. Kind of caught the Greyhounds by surprise with that bunt. They were scrambling. However, he bunts it foul, so it's no balls and a strike here on Ben Friday. Ben looks down to see what Justin Rayburn, the coach at third, wants him to do now. 1 strike on him. And the runners are going. Double steal for Pittsville. So Friday will not have to bunt them over. As Dawson Luther had a nice jump and Grant Radaman was right behind him. So double steal for the Panthers. And Friday now with 1 ball, 1 strike count. No outs here in inning number 3. That pitch a little outside. Makes it a 2-1 count on the batter. 2 balls and a strike. As I said, that wind has really picked up the last inning. It is blowing in hard from center field. Gets a generous call there from the umpire. Levels out the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nice curveball. Caught the outside corner. Friday steps in with a 2 ball, 2 strike count. And there's a shot to center. Center fielder Reed Stiglitz tried to come up with it, but the ball got past him, and that is going to go down as a double for Ben Friday. That double is going to bring in both Dawson Luther from third and Grant Radaman from second. And it's going to put the Panthers in a 3-2 lead and bring up Darren Luther. Nice hit by Ben Friday after he tried initially to sacrifice. Darren Luther grounds out. Adam Kautzer to Hunter Walter. 4-3. 1 down. Ben Friday moves up to third, however, and the number 6 hitter, Brody Withers, coming up to bat. Withers struck out his first time up. So the Panthers have an insurance run sitting there on third. And a suicide squeeze bunt executed to perfection by Brody Withers. Ben Friday was almost a home plate when that was bunted. Looked like Friday was thinking of stealing home until Withers came up with that bunt. It's going to drive in the run. And though Brody's out for the second out, the Panthers do score. 2 down, and Cash Osterman's the batter. Osterman had a base hit his last time up. Skies are pretty clear. It doesn't look like it's going to rain here today, at least. I'll put up with this wind to avoid getting wet. That pitch a little low, makes it 2 balls and no strikes on Cash Osterman. Hey, graduation is just over a week away for the Pittsville Panthers. Graduation for our seniors next Saturday. Ground ball to the shortstop. Rhett Lamovic fires it over to Hunter Walter. They get the out. Retires the side. Here in inning number 3, the Panthers score themselves 3 runs in the inning. And they come away now with a 4-2 lead after 3 innings of play. And you are watching Pittsville Panther Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Blue Bayou backs the Pittsville Panthers. Stop in for some appetizers and a cold beverage after the game or anytime. Pizza, pretzels, nachos, and other snacks await you at Tammy's Blue Bayou in Pittsville, or order for delivery with DoorDash. Here we go for the Greyhounds. The number 5 hitter, Hunter Walter, going to be batting. Walter struck out his first time up to bat in the second. And Zickert starts him off with a strike again here in inning number 4. Next pitch by Zickert's fouled back. Puts Hunter Walter in a 0-2 hole a little bit here. Hunter is playing first base today for the Greyhounds, the junior. And that one catches the outside corner. Going to give Zickert another strikeout. 1 down here in the 4th for the Greyhounds. For Zickert, that becomes his 5th strikeout in 4 innings, 3+. Up to bat now is Trin Shale. Shale last time up was also a victim of a strikeout, and Zickert starts him off with a fastball strike. No balls and a strike to the catcher for the Greyhounds. Shale fouls that one back. That one much closer to my car. I'm hoping it missed. I couldn't see the end result. But Shale's now in an 0-2 hole. That one tries to get him to bite on, little high. And Trin says no thank you to that. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one's also outside by Zickert, trying to get him to bite. And Trin's very disciplined at the plate. Makes the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another pitch that's outside after starting him off. No balls and 2 strikes. Trin has worked 3 straight balls here out of Logan Zickert, making it a full count with 1 down. Just a bit inside, and Trin works a walk.
Now batting the right fielder, number 15.
With 1 down, that is going to put a Greyhound runner on first, and they are going to be bringing in a pinch runner for Trin. Number 13, who I don't quite have a name on, but I'll be getting one soon. Talon Fallon is the runner. Pinch running for the Greyhounds. And Jonah Verks starts off with no balls and a strike for the right fielder. Verks last inning had a base hit. This time inside, but he takes a swing at it. No balls and 2 strikes. As I said, Verks last time had a base hit. He was thrown out trying to steal. Zickert's trying to keep Trin Shale very close at first. The left-hander, Verks, there's a wild pitch. Oh. Trin was going to be going to second on that wild throw from Zickert that had Luther racing down the line, but he stumbled about a third of the way and had to turn around and come back. Looks a little bit dinged up. That's Fallon, by the way, but looks a little hurt after stumbling. Maybe a little more embarrassed than hurt, but there's definitely some pain there. Lucky break for the Panthers, though, that he stumbled, because he would have been at second with only 1 down. And Verks now with no balls and 2 strikes. Hits a foul ball. Little dribbler that rolled foul just down the first base line. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Verks. Fallon's not taking a very big lead at first, staying pretty close. There's a nice play by the second baseman. Very good play out there by Cash Osterman. Underhands the ball on over to Ben Friday and gets the second out. Verks is going to reach on the fielder's choice. 2 down. And Rogan Ashbeck's the batter. Rogan grounded out last time. First pitch a little outside. Some pretty dark clouds now out in center field. I'm hoping they keep going north. Rogan fouls that one back. No balls and 2 strikes on the left fielder. Senior left fielder for the Greyhounds. If one of my papers blows off my desk, I am never going to catch up to it. Another foul. That one's safely away from my car. Next time I'm going to park out in center field, I think. A little safer. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. And that one is in there. Strikeout for Logan Zickert, retiring the Greyhounds here in the 4th. Going in to the bottom of the 4th inning, the scores: Pittsville Panthers 4, Loyal Greyhounds 2, and you are watching Pittsville Panther Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and scottyspizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
For expertise, honesty, and seller service, look no farther than Heritage Auto Body. Their team of professionals uses the latest technology to ensure that your vehicle comes back to you looking like new. They provide free estimates and work with your insurance company to make it easy for you. Heritage Auto Body on Heritage Drive on Marshfield South Side. And the leadoff hitter for the Panthers, Jameson Krieger, pops out to the shortstop, and there's one down for the Panthers. With one out, it's the number 9 hitter, Corbin Lee, the designated hitter. Corbin, last time up to bat, was hit by a pitch and got an RBI out of it. For Corbin, Corbin's a freshman in the Panther lineup, and the right-hander's having a solid year. He offers it that one. No balls and a strike on the designated hitter. As I said, this wind is starting to really get nasty. Not even sure if you can hear it blowing through, but it is howling. And that pitch is a little low. 1-1 on Corbin Lee. Logan Zickert waiting on deck. At least, as I said, it's not raining. I'll take this. Corbin Lee hits one to the shortstop. And Rhett Lemovic makes a great throw over there to Hunter Walter. Those two have been very busy today. 2 down for the Panthers. And it's going to bring up here in the bottom of inning number 4, senior Logan Zickert. Left-handed leadoff hitter. Zickert for the day is 0 for 2. Struck out in the first, grounded out to short in the second. Here we are in the 4th. And that first pitch is fouled back. Panther coach over at third, as I said, is Justin Rayburn, the head coach. Down at first today is Lee Garrels, in his 29th year as a Panther baseball coach. That one's grounded up the middle, and Logan Zickert is going to reach with 2 down. Base hit to center. Going to bring up Dawson Luther. Luther on the day is 2 for 2. Base hit over second, base hit between first and second. Left-handed hitter also has scored a run on the day and stolen a base. He was part of a double steal in the third. In that third inning, Panthers scored 3, and Zickert picks a great pitch to steal a base on. Low ball that the catcher, Trinchale, could not quite handle, and Zickert is now in scoring position for the Panthers with 2 down. Kind of the position that Dawson Luther likes to be in. Umpire called timeout. letting the defense reset in their positions. Shortstop's over trying to keep Zickert close to second. But Zickert's got a pretty good lead. And pitches there, hit to short. Short bobbles for a second. He's not going to get him. It doesn't take much with Dawson Luther's speed to beat that one out. Going to go down as an error, though, on the shortstop. That slight little bobble. And with 2 down, that's going to put runners on the corners for the Panthers and bring up Grant Radaman, the number 3 hitter. Grant singled his last time up. He was part of that double steal and then came around to score on the base hit on the double by Ben Friday. So runners on first and third for the Panthers. Grant Radaman's the batter. Radaman hits one to third. Kane Tolfar comes up with that, makes a very nice throw to Hunter Walter. 5-3 on that putout, and that is going to retire the Panthers. They failed to score here in the fourth. And after 4 complete innings of play, Pittsville Panthers 4, Loyal Greyhounds 2. Just a reminder that you are watching Pittsville Panther baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
At House of Heating, making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in Central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe.
Hey, Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they are changing lives one smile at a time. Set up a free consultation today. When buying or selling, Brock & Decker Real Estate is the team you need by your side. Brock & Decker has all the tools you need to feel comfortable in buying or selling. Call Sammy or Sue today and visit them on North Central Avenue at brockanddecker.com and on Facebook. The batter here in the fifth for the Greyhounds, Reed Stiglitz, fouls off the first pitch. No balls and a strike on Reed. Reed reached and scored a run on a fielder's choice in the third. And this time, Reed starts it off with a base hit up the middle. Stiglitz reaches first, puts a runner for the Greyhounds on first with nobody out, and the leadoff hitter, Adam Kautzer, coming to bat. Kautzer on the day is 1 for 2. First inning, he flied out to center, base hit to center in the third. That first pitch by Zickert down the middle for a strike. No balls and a strike on Kautzer. Stiglitz over at first, taking a pretty nice lead over there. And Zickert throws it on over to Luther. Quick tag, but Stiglitz hustles back in. Close play, but Stiglitz is taking a very good lead. He knows just how far he can get. That pitch is nicely blocked by Jamison Krieger behind home, and the count goes 1 ball and 1 strike on Adam Kautzer. Kautzer's standing on in with kind of a staggered stance and hits that one. High fly ball. Started out over short. That ball really had some curve on it. Started out over the shortstop's head. Second baseman made a running catch going towards first. Just to give you an idea on what the wind did to that one. 1 down for the Greyhounds here in the fifth, and Kane Tolfar is now the batter. Kane struck out the first inning, reached in the third on an error on the shortstop and made it all the way to third, but was stranded there. First pitch passed him for a strike. No balls and 1 strike on the third baseman. Again, very nice try at a pickoff by Logan Zickert, the pitcher. Very good, quick release, and Darren Luther at first does a good job coming up and applying the tag. Keeps the runner close. Pitch a little low. Another nice stop by Jamison Krieger behind home plate. 1 ball and 1 strike on Kane Tofar. The junior was an all-conference player last year for the Greyhounds as a sophomore. And that one's a little outside. Makes it 2 balls and a strike. Zickert is now into his 5th inning of pitching. He's probably getting a little close to the limit here. That one's outside also. Makes it 3 balls and a strike for the Greyhound batter. That one's in there for a strike. Number 18. Full count here on Kane Tofar with 1 down. And the runner's going. High fly ball. Center field. Dawson Luther's coming in. Makes the catch. And quickly, Reed Stiglitz has to retreat back. Hit and run was on that full count pitch. And Tofar hit a high fly ball. On a normal windless day, that might have had a chance, but you could just see the wind knocking that one down. 2 down for the Greyhounds, and the number 3 hitter, Rhett Lemovics, the batter. Lemovics started off with a ball low. 1 ball, no strikes. Rhett on the day is 0 for 2. Flied out to right field his first time up, reached on an error on the shortstop in the third. And takes an offer at that pitch on the outside corner. Levels the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Reed Stiglitz taking a nice lead at first. That ball comes in. It's fouled back. Wind's going to carry that right to the edge of the driveway, to the parking lot. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes on the number 3 hitter in the Greyhound lineup. That one's hit to left field. Brody Withers coming in, can't get to it. It's going to fall for a base hit. And Rhett Lemovic paying very close attention on his base hit. Stretches it into the single when the throw misses the cutoff man. Going to put runners for the Greyhounds on second and third. Tying run moves to second. And the number 4 hitter, the DH, Colton Sandelier, is now the batter. Sandelier struck out in the second and grounded out to short in the third. But the Greyhounds definitely have a threat going here in inning number 5. Runners on second and third with 2 down. Kind of situation that gets you ready for tournament time, something like this. That first pitch, that was a big hustle by Jamison Krieger. He blocked it, but the ball rolled up the first baseline towards the Greyhound dugout, and he really had to hustle if he was going to keep Stiglitz on third from scoring on that play. Did a nice job. 1 ball, no strikes on Colton Sandelier. Fouls that one back. Got a quick jump out of Hunter Walter on the on-deck circle. Ball hit the fence just behind him, makes the count 1 ball and 1 strike. For left-hander like Zickert, right-hander like Zickert for pitching. That one's a little inside. Zickert bats left-handed, pitches right-handed, keeps an eye on Reed Stiglitz there at third. 2 balls and a strike on Colton Sandelier. That pitch catches the corner, makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes on Sandelier. Big pitch coming up here for the Greyhounds and for the Panthers. With that tying run standing out there on second, only 180 feet away. Zickert looks in the sign for Krieger. And that pitch catches him, gets a big strikeout for the Panthers. It's going to retire the side, the Greyhounds. Even with 2 hits in the inning, they failed to score. And after 4 1/2 innings, it's Pittsville Panthers 4, Loyal Greyhounds 2. Just a reminder that you are watching Pittsville Panther Sports on Zaleski Sports.
I'm Shai from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Hey, Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. Express Employment Professionals, they have relationships with all local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you today. And Healing Hands, Chiropractic of Pittsville, wants you to feel better by offering chiropractic care, massage therapy, lower level laser therapy, and spinal decompression. Contact Dr. Mandy and her staff today for an appointment. Healing Hands Chiropractic supports the local Pittsville community. Let's go Panthers! Here we go into the bottom of inning number 5. Little change on the mound as Colton Sandelier, the designated hitter, is going to take over as pitcher. Sandelier now on the mound, right-hander. And the first pitch to Ben Friday's a little inside. Friday, last time up, hit a double to center field that the center fielder Rig Stiglitz came in on and just barely missed. Drove in 2 runs for Friday. And Sandelier starts him off 1 ball and 1 strike. I'll get the rest of the defensive positions that the Greyhounds have here in inning number 5 for you as quickly as possible. With their fronts, to me, I can't get the numbers. That pitch a little high and inside to Friday. 2 balls and a strike. As I said, Ben had a double his last time up to bat. Grounded out to short his first time up, so he's 1 for 2 on the day with 2 RBI and a run scored. That pitch is inside. Friday offers at it, fouls it off, and makes it a 2-2 count. Ben today's doing a very nice job playing shortstop for the Panthers. And Colton Sandelier looks it in with a 2-2 count. That pitch is inside. Makes it a full count on Ben Friday. I may mess up a little bit here on the defensive plays made by the Loyal Greyhounds as I try to readjust to numbers and positions. Full count, and that's inside. Here in the fifth, Ben Friday is going to start it off for the Panthers with a base on balls.
Now batting the first baseman, number 24.
And it's going to bring the number 5 hitter, Darren Luther, the first baseman, up to bat.
Your infield is the same.
Infield, thanks.
I think they just flip Koshik and Sam.
Luther takes the first pitch low, ball 1. Darren on the day is 0 for 1. Last time up to bat, he grounded out second to first. Time before that, he was hit by a pitch and came around and scored the first run of the game for the Panthers. And that pitch is inside, makes it 2 balls and no strikes on Darren. Ben Friday over at first, not taking a very big lead at all. None of the Panthers other than Dawson Luther have really chanced much over there at first. That one's on the outside corner, makes it 2 balls and a strike on Darren. Darren's done a good job defensively over at first today for the Panthers. He's really had to make some plays. And that pitch is fouled off, fouled back, and out of play. Going to make it 2 balls and 2 strikes on Darren. Brody Withers, the left fielder, waiting on deck. So the new pitcher, Sandelier, looks in for the sign at a 2-2 count. And it's grounded right to second. Whoa! Trying for a quick double play. And the ball is mishandled. Little bit of a low throw, and the shortstop trying to speed things up. A little bobble. So Darren Luther's going to reach on an error. And it's going to put the Greyhounds now in a little bit of a hole here as the Panthers have runners on first and second, and Brody Withers is the batter. Withers last time up delivered a beautiful sacrifice bunt that scored Ben Friday, who was streaking in. First time up, Brody struck out, so on the day he's 0 for 1. Runners on first and second, and Willie sacrifice. He was definitely thinking of sacrificing, and that first pitch, fastball in there for a strike. Brody looks down at Justin Rayburn getting the sign. No balls and a strike on the left fielder. Sandelier there looked for a pickoff at second, but Ben Friday was a little too close to the bag for any try at a play. Adam Kautzer's trying to keep him close, and that pitch is outside. Ball 1, strike 1. Kautzer for the Greyhounds is trying to keep him on till the last minute. He's staying right there at the bag, so Ben Friday can't get much of a lead. My guess is that if this does become a sacrifice with Brody, the Greyhounds are going to look for a potential throw at third for the force out. First baseman Hunter Walters playing very close to home plate. That pitch is a little low. It's going to make it 3 balls and a strike. 2 balls and a strike on Brody Withers. Wind finally died down as the sun is starting to get clouded up a little bit, but at least the wind isn't there like it was. And that ball is bunted. Nice sacrifice bunt. And the Greyhounds misplayed that. The first baseman did charge in, but the second baseman, who had been holding the runner on, wasn't able to get over in time. Brody Withers on that sacrifice hit is going to get a base hit out of it. Panthers have the bases loaded with no outs, and Cash Osterman's the batter. Osterman on the day is 1 for 2. Had a base hit his first time up and grounded out to short his second. First pitch a little high and outside. 1 ball and no strike. Here in inning number 5, the Greyhounds find themselves in a little bit of a hole here as the Panthers have loaded the bases with no outs. That pitch is a fastball by Colton Sandelier, which Cash Osterman just manages to get a piece of, fouls it straight back, makes the count 1-1 strike. The Greyhounds are looking, it looks like, for a double play. Although over at first, Hunter Walters playing close. He'll probably be coming home if the ball's hit to him. The rest of them, it looks like they're setting up for double play possibilities. Colton Sandelier looks in for the pitch. That one's just a little low. Close pitch to be taken by Cash Osterman. Makes it 2 strike on the Panther batter. All 3 runners taking pretty nice leads out there. That pitch is outside. Going to make it a 3-1 strike on Cash Osterman. The number 7 hitter's probably going to be letting this pitch determine itself. He's going to be taken all the way, is my guess. And I was wrong. Cash Osterman fouls it off and missed me by 15 feet. Makes it a full count on the Panther batter. I thought he'd be taking that one, but he was swinging away. Full count. Bases loaded, no outs. Another pitch that's fouled off behind us. Count remains full. Colton Sandelier's coming in there. Nice straight pitches. He's not trying anything special. He wants to get that ball across the plate. He'd much rather have Osterman take a swing at it than a walk. And Osterman, oh, they're going to pull off a double play on this one. What looked like a base hit for Osterman was a nice catch over there at second. He quickly looks at first and finds that Brody Withers had strayed way too far off. 2 down on that double play for the Panthers. Osterman flies out to second, and it is then a quick throw from second to first. Double play. Brings Jameson Krieger to bat, but 2 down now for the Panthers. First pitch is inside. Panther runners Ben Friday at third and Darren Luther at second remain there. That had all the makings of a base hit up the middle, and that wind just slowed it down, and the second baseman, Adam Kautzer, hustled over, made the catch, looked at the runners, and filed to first for a double play. Pitch is outside. Ben Friday at third didn't spot that quick enough. Didn't strike quite that far, and Colton Sandelier, the pitcher, did a nice job of racing in to cover home. I don't think Ben Friday would have made it if he had tried. 2 balls, no strikes on Jameson Krieger. Inside. Jameson had to back out of the way a little bit on that one. Makes it 3 balls and no strikes to the Panther catcher. Colton Sandelier's feeling a little bit of relief here now with 2 down. He was a little nervous when the Panthers said bases loaded. That one's in there for a strike. Catches the inside corner. 3 balls and a strike on Krieger. The Greyhound defense now moved away from their double play depth, and they're sitting here just going to make that throw to first. Krieger takes a swing at that one, fouls it, but catcher pulls it down, makes it a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Base hit by the Panthers would really break this game open right now, as both runners should be going. Nice pitch by Sandelier, gets Krieger to swing. Panthers had a very promising inning, but it faded fast on that double play, and Panthers failed to score in the fifth. After 5 innings of play, Pittsville Panthers 4, Loyal Greyhounds 2. Just a reminder, you are watching Pittsville Panther Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Hello, it's Mayor Lois T. Strake asking you to join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Dairy, great time. The fun starts with me on Friday, May 30th at the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment, and later join free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, May 31st, the parade starts at 11 o'clock, and Wenzel Family Plaza will host fun activities. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at the Upham Mansion, and Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting an outdoor beer garden with live music. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
Hey, Bucks and Berries Cafe in beautiful downtown Babcock is your place to go for signature pies and homemade food. Check out their daily specials and that fabulous Friday fish fry. It's a cozy family fun atmosphere at Bucks and Berries Cafe, open 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. 7 days a week. Located on Highway 80 in Babcock, and find them on Facebook. Here we are in the sixth, and Logan Zickert still on the mound for the Panthers. First pitch in there is low for a ball. Hunter Walters the batter. That one catches the outside corner, levels it up at a ball and a strike. Hunter's due on the day. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And Zickert paints the corner on that one too. Puts Walter in a 1-2 hole. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the junior first baseman. Zickert again tried to hit that location. He's been getting the strikes on that low outside pitch, catching that corner. That one was a little far outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that one is across the plate though. In the sixth, Hunter Walter starts it off for the Greyhounds with a strikeout. 1 down. Brings Trin Shale up to bat. The senior catcher on the day is also 0 for 2. Struck out in the first, grounded out in the second. Walked in the second. Was out on a force out, so he's 0 for 1 on the day. And that first pitch is a foul ball. No balls and a strike on Trin. He offered at that one. That was an outside pitch, but he couldn't hold back. Makes the count no balls and 2 strikes on the senior catcher. And Zickert with the pitch. Catches him again. That's an outside fastball, but way too close to let go. Got to swing at that one, or take a chance on being called out on strikes. 2 down here in inning number 6 for the Greyhounds. And Jonah Verks, the right fielder, up to bat. Jonah's 1 for 2 on the day. There's a hit to the shortstop. Ben Friday, nice play by Ben Friday. Steals a hit from Jonah Verks. Verks hit one there to the deep side of Friday, but he made a nice sliding catch and came up firing to Luther. 3 down for the Greyhounds here in the 6th. Going into the bottom of the 6th inning where the Panthers are coming to bat, and you are watching Pittsville Panther Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Have you outgrown your old furniture? Well, I can relate. Then get into Mall Furniture today. We are never short on inventory, and we are never short on bringing you great deals. Living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, recliners, lift chairs, and big clearance recliners. Head to Mall, because we got them all.
Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
Hey, Martin Motors supports the Panthers and the Pittsville community. They provide complete automotive repair. They also fix my ATV and my lawnmower. Local transportation from them is available upon request. Call Lance or Amber at Martin Motors in Pittsville today to keep your ride running smoothly. In the 6th, the number 9 hitter, freshman Corbin Lee, the designated hitter, is coming to bat. Lee was hit by a pitch his first time up, got an RBI out of it. Second time up to bat, the shortstop made a nice play to just barely get him out at first. And Lee hits one to the shortstop again. It's a boot, and Lee's going to reach this time. Rhett Lamovic's been playing very well at shortstop today, and that one just took a bad bounce on him at the last second. That allowed Corbin Lee to reach first. And the leadoff hitter now, left-hander Logan Zickert's up to bat. Now that sun's down, that wind is still howling, it's getting cold. I wasn't going to bring a jacket, glad I did. That first pitch outside, ball 1 to Zickert. Corbin's taking a lead there at first base. And that pitch is outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Zickert. On the day, Logan is 1 for 3. Struck out in the first, grounded out to short in the second. Had a base hit and a stolen base in the fourth. Part of a big potential rally for the Panthers, but he did not score. That one catches the corner. Makes it 2 balls and a strike on Zickert. Logan's off to lacrosse next year. Going to play baseball for the Eagles. Nice crowd here today. And that one's outside. Going to make it 3 balls and a strike. Very nice day for baseball overall, considering what it's been like lately. That pitch is inside, and Zickert fouls it off over the concession stand down the third baseline. Going to make it 3 balls and 2 strikes. Panthers here in the 6th could use a little insurance run. They're only ahead 4-2. And that one's outside. Zickert works a walk out of Sandelier, just a little outside. Going to put runners for the Panthers on first and second and bring the number 2 hitter in the lineup, Dawson Luther, up to bat. Luther's reached base all 3 times, 2 for 3 on the day, 2 singles, and got on an error. That one, strike on the outside corner. Luther did not offer at it. No balls and a strike on the Panther center fielder. That one's a little outside to level out the count at a ball and a strike. Colton Sandelier threw that curveball little outside. Fastball again outside, makes it 2 balls and a strike on the Panther batter. Grant Radaman waiting on deck to bat. As I said, big insurance run out there at second. Corbin Lee, for a freshman, very savvy. That one, Luther offers that and can't reach. Makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Panthers need to be scoring that run from second for sure. The one on first would also be nice. That one catches him, strikeout. Dawson Luther strikes out for the Panthers. First out of the inning. That doesn't happen often. Not from Dawson Luther. But with 1 down, Grant Radaman's now the batter. Radaman's 1 for 3 on the day. And Colton Sandelier looks it in. That first pitch is in there for a strike. No balls and a strike. Radaman hit into a double play his first time up. Short second to first. Had a base hit, scored a run in the 3rd inning, and grounded out to 3rd. That one's fouled out behind us. Foul ball. Puts Radaman in a hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Panthers on the day have 8 base hits. Loyal has 4. Runners take their leads. Sandelier looks in for the pitch. Little low. Radaman managed to stay off swinging at that one. It wasn't that bad a pitch, just a touch low. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ben Friday's waiting on deck to bat. And ends the pitch. Outside. That one bounced off the backstop, and the pitcher made a quick play of it. Both runners move up. If this field has one fault in it, it's that the backstop is just a little too close to home plate. It's really hard on a pass ball for runners to advance. It's impossible to score from third. It'd be nice if that could be moved back a bit, but it's just a little impossible to do. That one catches and hits. Grant Radaman just touches the uniform again. Grant hit by pitch. 5th runner of the game to be hit by a pitch for the Panthers. And that's going to load up the bases with 1 out for the number 4 hitter, Ben Friday. First pitch, catcher makes a nice job of stopping it. Bounced in front of home plate, and the catcher somehow managed to get his body there. 1 ball, no strikes. Friday on the day is 1 for 2. Grounded out to short his first time up. Hit a 2 RBI double and scored a run in the 3rd. And got a walk last inning, made it as far as 3rd base, but did not score. The senior left-hander is having a good day. That one's a base hit to left field. In comes Corbin Lee, right behind him, Logan Zickert. That throw's overthrown. Both runners are going to advance. Friday, big hit again. 2 RBI single for Ben Friday. He has 4 RBIs on the day. 2 runners come in to score, and on the overthrow, Grant Radaman ends up at 3rd. Ben Friday ends up at 2nd. Big hit for Friday, and Darren Luther, left-hander's the batter. Pittsville opens up a 6-2 lead here in the 6th inning. The Greyhounds, Loyal, is undefeated on the season. Darren Luther's batting, the first baseman. And that first pitch a little outside. Luther on the day, 0 for 2. He got hit by a pitch and scored a run in the 2nd. First run of the game for the Panthers. Grounded out to 2nd and then reached on an error on the shortstop in the 5th. And that pitch is outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Darren Luther. Panthers now have 9 hits in this game, 6 runs. They have benefited from 3 Greyhound errors. Pitch number 3 is outside. Luther has a 3-ball, no strike count, and he will probably be taking on this pitch. Colton Sandelier is going to have to come in straight down the middle. And he does catch the outside corner for a strike. 3 balls and a strike on Darren Luther. Luther's a junior for Pittsville. That one's low. And Darren Luther coaxes a walk out of Colton Sandelier. That is going to load the bases for Pittsville and bring up Brody Withers. Withers on the day is 0 for 2. Struck out in the second. Had a sacrifice bunt in the third and grounded out to second base in the 5th. That pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Panthers are all taking pretty nice leads out there. Third base not quite as daring as second and first. And that one is down the middle. Strike levels out the count. 1 ball and 1 strike to Brody Withers. Colton Sandelier threw that one right across the middle of the plate. Runners all take their leads. That one catches the outside corner. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Umpires today behind the plate is Derek Freeman. And Cody Ashbeck is the base ump today. Both very good officials. Corey Gersmal, is the base ump today. Derek Freeman's behind home plate. Little pause as the wind whips a lot of sand around at us that time. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Brody Withers. And he throws that fastball past him. Gets the strikeout, second strikeout of the inning for Colton Sandelier. 2 down, Cash Osterman is now the batter. Bases remain loaded for Cash. On the day, Osterman is 1 for 2, 1 for 3. Last time up, he hit one that looked like it was going to be a single over second base, and the second baseman, Adam Couchler, made a very nice play. First pitch is outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Osterman. First time up, he had a base hit. And there's a base hit. That is going to drop between center and left field. Going to bring in Grant Radaman from third. Ben Friday from second, and in, coming in to score all the way from first base is Darren Luther. Big double for Cash Osterman. 3 RBIs score, and the Panthers got their badly needed insurance runs on a 3 RBI double by Cash Osterman. Huge hit. That breaks the game wide open as the Panthers now move up to a 9-2 lead over the undefeated Loyal Greyhounds. And the number 9 hitter in this inning, Jamison Krieger's up to bat. First pitch, cross on the outside corner, swing and a miss. No balls and a strike on Krieger. On the day, he's 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the second. Flied out to short in the 4th and struck out last inning. Finds himself in an 0-2 hole here. No balls and 2 strikes on the senior catcher. Corbin Lee's waiting on deck. Corbin started off the inning with a ground ball to short that took a little bobble, and Corbin, as he was flying down the line, managed to beat it out to start this rally. Panthers in the inning have scored 5 runs. That pitch is inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 5 runs in the inning for the Panthers on 3 hits. So it's been a little bit of a shaky defense. That pitch is inside. 3 hits for Pittsville this inning. 1 hit by pitch and 1 walk, 1 reaching on an error. That one's hit out to second. The wind hauls it down, and the second baseman, Adam Kautzer, makes the catch. For Pittsville, here in inning number 6, they scored 5 big runs, and after 6 innings of play, Pittsville Panthers 9, Loyal Greyhounds 2. Just a reminder, you are watching Pittsville baseball on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's fat bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net.
Hey, here we go into the top of inning number 7. The Greyhounds are going to need a big rally here. Pittsville's made a few defensive changes. In to pitch from center field is Dawson Luther. A little bit of moving in the outfield, and Logan Zickert has gone from pitching to shortstop. So Panthers are trying to pull this one on out for sure.
Now pitching for the Panthers, Dawson Luther. Leading off the top
Zickert might be the number 1 pitcher for the Panthers, but Dawson Luther and Ben Friday are right in there as well. So in the 7th inning, the number 8 hitter, Rogan Eschbeck, up to bat for the Greyhounds. First pitch is low, ball 1. Eschbeck on the day is 0 for 2. 0 for 1. Struck out in the 4th. Walked in the 3rd. That pitch is in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike on Rogan Eschbeck. Eschbeck's a senior playing left field today. That curve broke way late, stayed inside, and makes it 2 balls and a strike on Eschbeck. That one catches the outside corner though. Going to level it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Reed Stiglitz, the center fielder, the number 9 hitters on the on-deck circle. And Dawson Luther throws that one past Rogan Eschbeck. Strikeout, out 1 for the Greyhounds. Number 9 hitter, Reed Stiglitz, now up to bat. Stiglitz, 1 for 2 on the day, reached on a fielder's choice and scored the first run for the Greyhounds in the 3rd. Swings and misses at the first pitch, no balls and a strike. Stiglitz in the 5th had a base hit, got all the way to 3rd base, but couldn't quite make that last 90 feet. Nice curveball by Luther right across the plate. That thing broke right in there. No balls and 2 strikes on Stiglitz. Adam Kautzer waiting on deck. High pitch makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dawson Luther is trying to get him to swing at that. Stiglitz waiting, 1 ball, 2 strikes, and there it is, down the middle. Swing and a miss. 2 outs for the Greyhounds.
Now batting the second baseman, number 7.
Now up, Adam Kautzer. Greyhounds down to their last out, possibly. 12-0 record on the line. Kane Tofar's hoping he gets a chance to bat, and that first pitch is outside. You know, though, a loss just before playoffs is not the worst thing. A lot of that pressure goes off you. And that pitch is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sometimes teams protect their records a little too much. Next pitch. That one hits him, and Adam Kautzer took one off the feet. He is going to reach first, hit by a pitch. That is going to put a runner on for the Greyhounds, but they need a lot of runners. Kane Tofar, the number 2 hitter, third baseman's up to bat. Kane is 0 for 3 on the day. Adam Kautzer has a pretty nice lead at first, but I don't see him running when you're down by 7. That one's hit over to second. Second baseman had a little bit of a mental lapse there, Cash Osterman. He hesitated, thinking for a force out at second when all you needed was one more play. Instead of throwing to first, he hesitated a little too long, and both runners reach base. Kautzer ends up at third, and Tofar, with that big error, is going to make it to second. And Rhett Lemovic's up to bat. Runners on second and third. That one is popped way up high. The shortstop, Zickert, comes in and makes the catch. That is going to retire the side, and that is going to end the ball game. Panthers give the Loyal Greyhounds their first loss of the year, making their record 12-1, while the Panthers moved their record on the season to 13-6. Stay tuned for the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. Stick around for the postgame show as my producer Joe Anderson and I, Rick Winters, will be wrapping this up from Pittsville.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Have such a big lead. Hey, I'm Rick Winters here with the post-game show for Nasonville Dairy. Just a reminder, get your fresh cheese curds there. Today I am going to be talking with Logan Zickert and Cash Osterman about the big win over the Loyal Greyhounds. Logan, what do you think were the keys to today's win?
I think the main one was mindset. You know, we've been preaching all year that we got to stay focused for 7 innings of ball. It's hurt us a few times this year where we get deep in the game, 6th, 7th inning, we start making errors. So before this game, we knew it was going to be a good team. They were undefeated. That just put a little chip on our shoulder. We wanted to ruin that record. So mindset, stay focused. We hit the ball, we stayed focused, 7 innings of ball. That's what happens.
Okay. Cash, as you were looking at this game today, what did you see as some of the big things that you could contribute to help for the win?
Yeah, I think just put the ball in play and, help my team on defense and offense. Just do everything I can do.
Okay, great game today, guys, as you give the Greyhounds their first loss of the year. Postseason's coming up soon. What do you guys see that you need to work on? What do you need to improve for this postseason?
Like I just talked about, mindset. Getting into the postseason, you want to start getting hot. This is about the time you want to start. Everybody's got to start hitting. Everybody's got to start throwing. Everybody's got to start, playing good D. So starting right now, we're getting into that mindset of postseason ball. Every game right now in our heads seems like it's postseason. It's win or go home. You want to get into that mindset and be ready for the postseason when it really comes.
Yeah, you said that well.
Said it well?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Great win today, and let's wrap this up. You know what to do.
I'm Logan Zickert.
And I'm Cash Osterman.
And we're in the house.
Way to go before I'm even ready.
Oh, my bad.
Do you want us to do it again?
Nah, you're okay.
My bad.